Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin' Up. Time for another quick card today. I am an independent demonstrator, Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Simcoe, Ontario. If you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. Last week's card was a scrappy card. I made a scrappy Christmas tree card using strips. I cut out a Christmas tree shape, used strips to fill it in. Today we're going to do the same idea but using squares, and we've still got, you know, this bag of scraps from the beautiful Lights Aglow suite, which is page 3031 in the July to December mini catalogue. Lots of beautiful papers, and honestly the papers are so pretty, the scraps are too nice to throw out. Okay, so we've got lots of scraps here, and I've cut already, let me put that out of the way, I've already cut 12 1 1/4 inch squares. Now you really only need 11 because you're going to put a sentiment on the card, but I cut 12. So my basic card is Evening Evergreen, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. I've got a piece of soft succulent, which is the mat for the front, and it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, which will only give us just a tiny 1/16 of an inch all the way around the card. And I've got Very Vanilla for the inside, which is 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to use the stamp set, which has lovely sentiments. Let me see, can I go back a page? No. Okay, so we've got lovely sentiments in here, we've got lovely shapes in here. You've got beautiful ribbon. The ribbon is gorgeous. This is the ribbon. It's a beautiful Very Vanilla ribbon with a gold thread running through. It's lovely. We're also going to use the new, what is it called? I can never remember the name of this punch. Decorative Circle Punch. Okie doke. And we're going to use the Decorative Circle Punch and the 2-inch Starburst Punch. Now the Starburst Punch is an old punch. You could use any circle punch you wanted. You could use your stitched circle dies or whatever you need. So I think we maybe better do the stamping first. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got a scrap here, and we've got the inside of the card. This is going to be my scrap, and this is my inside. And I'm going to stamp in Evening Evergreen, because that's the base of my card. Let me just get that open. And I've got, excuse me, for the inside of the card, I am going to stamp, May the peace of the season light your world, and may your new year be the brightest. Just get that straight. And this is a juicy stamp, so I have to be careful not to get ink around the outside. Let's have a look and see how that looks. That's nice. Okay, we'll just set that to one side. Write my stamp quickly. And for the front, I'm going to stamp 'Tis the Season. And I'm just going to, because I'm going to punch this out with a circle punch, I'm going to punch it away from the edge of the card. Nice. That's all the stamping we're going to do on this card. So we'll just close the ink up, get it out of the way. Alright, might as well go ahead, and we're going to punch out the circle with yeah, we're going to punch this out on the Very Vanilla, 'Tis the Season, and I'm going to put the sentiment, I can either put it to the top of the stamp or the bottom of the stamp, because I'm going to put a bow on there, but I think I'll put it to the top of the stamp, like so, and that, whoops, and that will leave me room for my bow. Okay, and then from the new punch, which I've already forgotten the name of, Decorative Circle, I gotta get a label on this punch, Decorative, yes, I'm going to punch that out of some Evening Evergreen just to make a nice dark background for it. There, so that's the punching done. And this will go on here like this, and we'll put a bow on. Now, if you think this Very Vanilla is a little bit too stark, you could always take your dauber, dip it in your ink, and just gently brush the edges of the star piece, just to make it blend in a little more. And I think we'll do that. You know what? Let's do it right now while we're thinking. And I just need a scrap of paper to dab my dauber on. We'll put it on there like that so you can see it. Well, actually, I'll hold it. But I need this piece here just to dab my dauber on to get some of the ink off so it's not too dark. Just going around the edge like that, just catching the edge of this. And you'll see how it'll blend in just a little. I'll stop halfway actually and show you how it blends. There, so I've done about a half of the circle with the darker green ink. Now when I put it on here, you see how around the top it just sort of blends in a little better than at the bottom where it looks quite bright. So we'll continue going around and just finish that circle. Oops, that was a little heavy there. So what we're going to do is go around again and just bring the ink in just a little bit. There. That's all I'm going to do with it, just to soften the edges of the Very Vanilla. That there. Make sure I've got no ink on my fingers, and I don't. We'll pop that out of the way. That's just a scrap we worked on. There. So that's going to go there. We'll set it up here out of the way. We're going to take the soft succulent mat, which as I said was 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, so that we just end up with about 1/16 of an inch all the way around the card. Now I've got a brand new Tombow ink here this morning, so I shouldn't have any problems. And I've got 12 squares that I've already cut out just to save time. And like I said last week, if you don't like one side of the square, turn it over, see what you get on the other side. Okay, I've sort of thought mine through and I'm leaving them like this. So we'll end up with about a 1/16, a good 1/16 of an inch around the outside, and about 1/8 of an inch in between the squares. So let's just see what we get here. And really, if you don't want to, you don't have to sit and watch me line up all these squares on the paper. It's going to take time. And I'm doing the outside two first, so that then I can just center the third one on the row. I'm making the edge here and the edge here about the same. And because I'm using liquid glue, I can swing it a little bit if I want to. Now I want to move that one over just a tad there. And then I've got this one for the center. And you don't want to put your glue too close to the outside of your square, because if it squirts out it'll make a mess on your card. So there, I've got my first 3 squares down. Alright, they're evenly spaced. So what I'm going to do now is go down the side and line these 4 up, and then I'll be able to fill in the other spaces, you see. And I'll hopefully they'll all be spaced evenly. Alright, so now I can fill in these ones. Okay, let's get rid of the glue again. Goodness. When you open a new bottle of glue, it sure is good stuff, goes everywhere. So now we've got to put the card together. We'll put these to one side. I'm going to use liquid glue again, because I don't know about anybody else, but I find when I use liquid glue on the very top of my card wants to curl. It wants to curl this way. So when I put liquid glue down on my card base and put my mat down, it tends to hold better. So let's just see what we've got here. And you know, you don't go right to the corners because it's going to squirt out a little bit anyway, but you got to make sure you've got enough glue on there to make it hold. And as I say, 1/16 of an inch. And that's another good reason for using liquid glue when you're only doing 1/16 of an inch, because you haven't got a lot of room to play, but you've got enough time to slide it if you have to. Now I'm just going to turn that over and give it a really good press down and hope no glue squirts out onto my tabletop here, because there's nothing worse than working on a sticky tabletop. So there's the front. Might as well pop this on the inside. We can just keep going with the liquid glue. Whoops, we don't need that there. See which way we're going. The card is upside down. Now remember, we've got 1/4 inch, so we've got 4 1/4 for this by 5 1/4 by 4, so we've got 1/8 of an inch all the way around this piece. Plug there, that's going there, that's going there. The sentiment we're going to put down on, we could put it on liquid glue, I suppose. I'm just going to put it to lie down like this. Line that up sort of in the center there, and I'm going to put this up on dimensionals just because I can. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got them all. And that looks good. There. And then we'll make a little bow out of this beautiful ribbon. Now this ribbon might be a bit too big for the bow. I don't know. If it is, we've got another nice, very narrow gold ribbon. That would work just as nice. Put over there. You can't see me making my bow on my bow maker. There. So I'm going to turn this, pull it tight, set it in the middle. Oops. Slide it off and pull my tails so that my tails are more pointing down rather than out to the side. You see, down from there rather than out to the side. And if you position your tails first, when you put your glue dot on the back, the glue dot helps to keep your tails in position. Right? So where am I going? Here's a glue dot. There. Make sure that's lying the right way. Yes, I think so. I'm just going to put this on the bottom of here. I'm trying to do it without getting my fingers in the way. Let's put it down just a little bit. There. I'm just going to lift it just a little bit, pull that tail around. So there you have it, another lovely little card, quick, simple, 10-15 minutes to make. Used up a bunch of scraps, which is always good. As always, it's my own idea, so if you want to copy and share the card, please do so. Just say where you saw it. And if you sell your cards, put the Stampin' Up angel stamp on, which just says all the supplies used were Stampin' Up supplies. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week. Bye.